Good morning, guys. How are you? Good. Good morning, how are you? Good morning, guys. How are you, guys? What's that? I just upped the demo right
And then we got this letter. Yeah, that's fine. Andrew's ready. So we're gonna have a moment of silence and then we can pledge and start the meeting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning, everybody. Almost to the house. Is there a public comment at this time? Very good. I guess we'll move on. And then it's approved in place.
I'll make a. You want both of them? I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for February 7th. And the drainage minutes for February 7th.
Okay, are you okay with it since you weren't here, or do you want me to?
You can do it if you want.
Or can?
Also.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I made that motion. Sign the change, okay. Yeah, we switched since Andrew. Right, you went here. It will just the too late. Moving on to claims tonight, make a motion to choose.
I'll make a motion for the claims for $257,224.32 payroll claims.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
February report collection submitted, ambulance clerk, reporter, and sheriff.
I'll make a motion to accept the collections as reported.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
There we go. SRI Commissioner Certificate Sale. Tax sale service agreement.
Yeah, there's no change
No
to
changes
it,
in these changes.
just formality.
Okay.
Here's that.
I'll make a motion to execute that addendum.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Additional appropriation request, we have seated in the commissioners budget for consultant fees, $35,000. County General Planning Commission for consulting fees, $20,000. County General Commissioners longevity, $85,000. County General ambulance equipment, $7,875, and MPH maintenance and repair, the lease rental, 5, in the amount of $56,298.
That was left out of the budget this year.
Okay, I think one that we have was in the commissioner's budget because they didn't have enough funded. Okay. All right, so if I can get a motion from,
Make a motion.
I'll second.
all those in favor?
All right.
That's a vote. An ordinance authorizing the governmental corporation agreement with public defender, and I think we reviewed it at the last meeting. And so we're able to adopt that ordinance at this meeting.
Well, it's good with it. I will make a motion to accept that agreement.
As you shaking your head, yes, I'll second.
Yeah.
Yes.
Recommend approval.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Rio. The sealed bid from February 7th. I know we received one late in the mail. I think it was postmarked plenty of time. We just did not receive it.
I think the weather might have played a.
Yes.
You guys up?
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
We had a lot to do that day.
Okay, receiving the bid.
Why don't I get in?
Scissors.
Okay, bid received on behalf of Lincoln Park Stone and SG Excavating for aggregates. Paperwork is filed. And due to the inclement weather, we will accept this bid, take it under advisement in our highway department. And put those numbers. Accepted from Lincoln Park. And bid accepted with paperwork included from S&G Excavating. Here to be for aggregates.
I guess we can. Mention on all the sealed bids that we received this time.
Yeah, for a material bid. Accepting the two new ones today. I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
That was a mouthful. Okay, moving on to the CCNG project and the motion to approve the recommendation for Ruth Riley. I think they're lower. We only received 2 milestones. The other one.
Under recommendation from USI, I'll make a motion to accept Riley's bid for the CCMG.
I'll second.
Woods, all those in favor?
Aye.
There's paperwork set and onto the highway and then onto the canal. That's the- Someone actually all the sign, but that's all right. We received a couple of quotes for mold removal there at Maple Corner. One for Newton's in the amount of $4,402.52. And our Carpenter Blood Pro in the amount of $9,147.75.
I will make a motion to accept Newton's Quote for $4,402.52.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Oh, did you want us to talk about your,
Yes, you
the
can.
W-2s, and then, or do you want to wait and talk about
It doesn't matter. That's fine.
it? Okay.
Matter on this agreement, let me know, I'm not sure which one this is. Tell me as vice president, is it something from last year, or
Just for the tax.
Okay, so we could
is that
just,
something from last year?
We can just.
Okay,
Mark it out.
okay.
You know, I just pick up the information from last year and try to-
well, Clark, I think they're today, and he just want to make sure the additional preparation is in, on the agenda, and it is, so. I don't think he really had anything other than, getting those steps, so that's what that's for. I think the council was on board with that.
Right.
Sandy. Did she have something then?
She came in just a minute ago.
Okay. All right.
She's on something.
Well, do you want,
I can. First of all, I got a quote for $7,000 some odd dollars. I don't know how to be. It'll put the pay stubs, W-2s, insurance information, with what is it, 1095, everything like that online. The employees can just go on there and get it instead of calling us for it, and because if you give them out in January, come April 15th, I can't find my W-2. And the pay stubs, they have them right there. They go apply for a loan, we don't have to go back and have those, and it's a $7,000 initial charge, $2,000 every year for maintenance. So it's something that had been talked about when Brenda was auditor, and I would like to get it going. I can see it being beneficial to our staff and employees.
some department heads are happy to babysit their employees on this. It'd just be nice if, people could just get it themselves. What comfortable that we have.
I'm fine.
So.
I'll make that motion to accept that and proceed.
And a second.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0.
I do, I got something else. Also, our postage machine very shortly is going to be obsolete. Yes, obsolete, because they're going to some kind of coating on it. I can't remember what the coating is. Anyhow, we've got a quote from Pitney Bowes. I got one from Pinnacle Mailing, and comparing them back and forth, we'll be better off on Pitney Bowes. And I would really like to purchase this outright. The purchase price is $7,783.96 with a $44.72 a month meter rental and a maintenance agreement of $82.06. So the first year would be $9,201.96. It was or is in the budget for this year. And I figured the lease, like a 3-year lease would be $13,026 a year. 4 is $14,000 and 5 years, $17,000. So to me, it's better to purchase.
Yeah, I'll make a motion for Colin to purchase the postage machine.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sandy.
That's okay. I thought I was at the end, so you guys must have heard me too.
I put them in alphabetical order.
Oh. That was on the back page. We are switching websites. We're going from Beacon to Engage. Engage is with Exoff, which is my vendor for my assessing package. And it's a lot better deal. It's a lot cheaper than Beacon. Beacon's 9,000 something this year, 9,044, and they are 5,000 this year. And they use Esri software, which is what we use in the GIS. And they have the same stuff that Beacon has. You can get the photo underneath, you can get the lines and all that. The only thing that we've got to do is have the treasurer, when to pay the taxes, she will have to go with
PayGov.
or what, PayGov, yeah. And then they can pay taxes, and there'll be a link on there to pay the taxes and stuff.
Now, is this, I don't know how new, this is there other counties that are on?
Yes, there are some on it. Vandenberg County's on it. Gosh, she gave me a list. I can get you a list of it.
I'm just curious, I didn't know how.
They like it. They like it very much. So, no, I'm not the first one to go on it or anything. No, but,
I really do like Beacon, I think it's.
Well, it's like Beacon. It's not just like Beacon, but it is like Beacon, and so it should serve us just as well as Beacon does. It is cheap, a little cheaper. Plus, and I don't have to, I have to have you sign the agreement to go with Engage. This is a support agreement. We had with Beacon a support agreement. It's $16,560 a year. And that gives me a whole bunch, 96 hours. We do not use 96 hours, ever. I mean, this is Linda's stuff. This is stuff Linda would use on her mapping.
Now, have you given that information to Kent to look over?
No,
Before we, okay. You want him to look over before we ask him? And how long is it gonna take for the transition?
it's gonna happen real soon because I was supposed to do this a month ago. And I thought I did, and I hadn't done it. So we're wanting to go on, because I haven't paid Beacon, and we want to go on as soon as possible.
I will make a motion to approve it.
Wait, Roger, you have something?
Yeah, the cost that you're quoted, there are certain things that I was gonna use in the future. I wanna make sure that Engage has those. The legal drains, putting in layer of legal.
They would
drains.
have all of our mapping. I
Well,
mean,
this is
everything,
new because Tom County doesn't have legal drains on Beacon.
right, but when you put them on, the GIS, they will pull that. Just like they do
Is
everything.
that gonna be an extra cost? That's my question.
No,
Because there's gonna be the flood mapping, there's gonna be the legal drains. Eventually, when we set the right of ways, we're gonna have the right of ways on there.
mhm.
Those are all extra functions. I want to make sure that, and I know Beacon provides that as a service, we may not use it, but it's provided. I want to make sure that the software.
Yes, they provide everything that Beacon does. So, it's all, anything that's on that GIS map that we want pulled, they will pull it.
Inclusive of that $5,000.
Because it's one time, once you put it on there, I've already had it set up for the full art shape files. So,
Yeah, I just want to make sure they're not going to live on Mammoth Road.
No.
I think that we end up $10,000.
that's kind of what Beacon has done, because their prices increased quite a bit since we've been on it.
If we can use those functionality, that's.
Okay, I'll make sure before I send the contract, I will call them and make sure. Okay, and the other is the support. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Second motion.
Yeah,
I'll make a motion to accept the contract on Kent's review approval.
okay,
And I'll second that. I would just be sure that it's contingent that
I
Roger
will.
will be able to get all of his functions with that
I will.
also. I'll say,
Uh,
all right,
The other is the support. We pay Beacon now for support, 96 hours. I've talked to Ryan Miller. He was recommended to us about supporting Linda in the GIS. We can't make shape files. If somebody came in, and we don't get that very often anymore, but if someone came in and wanted shape files of our county, which is the whole county, we have to have somebody do it. We don't mess in that computer. So Beacon has done it for us. And we do not use that many hours. The cost is kind of a lot. I think we paid a lot last year compared to what Ryan has quoted us. I would like to do the lump sum contract. Cost is $2,000 for 20 hours of work. They have three things here, lump sum contract of 4,000 for 40 hours and 6,000 for 60, and we do not use
Making 16,000 for 96
16,
hours.
yeah. Yeah, I would like to go with him. And this would be, this doesn't have anything to do with assessors, really, it's all the GIS.
And I know USI has asked for shape files, you know, in the past, and when you've got, 911, they have their mapping, you know, and we have this other, you know, it'd be nice to have someone that could.
That we can call, even if it's another office, if they need something off of GIS, if they tell me, we can have Brian do it for us in this cost.
I'll make a motion to accept contract with Ryan.
2,000 for 20 hours.
And we'll see how that goes,
Yeah.
because I can increase it if we come into problems, but I don't look for us to.
Okay.
Linda does not need that money. I mean, once in a while, she'll lose it. Fine. She can't find, Brad's been good about helping her with that. So what do you, I'm supposed to get this signed, this contract on the Engage. So if I have, can't look at it, and he says it's okay, and then what Ryan wants, then can you guys sign it before the next meeting, since you made the motion?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give it to you guys and have you sign it, so I can get on it, since I'm so far behind.
We can just, if we can get copies, then you guys can keep the originals and I'll take the copies and look at them and get back to you
I
today.
need to see that.
This, oh, I make it.
Well,
So
I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I would just sign them and then hold them kind of in trust.
okay, I will,
I mean, at least
I
get
have a
my
question.
signature, because I'm not gonna.
yes.
What's a shape?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so a shape file, Roger might be able to explain this better. I
Can you make shape files?
Yes.
Yeah,
Maybe we don't need.
What is it? What is one of the, is it, what is
The
that?
shape file is line work that, for instance, the legal drains, I would have to map them, and I do the line work on them, and it says, you know, this is a 12-inch file, this is an 8-inch, 6-inch. And all that gets uploaded to a shape file, and it goes to Beacon or Engage, and they just basically link it to our website, and it just puts it on there.
Now, how do you get that onto Linda's? Does she have to draw that?
I don't know how you guys do it, but when I create my, legal drains, I will have shape files that I'll submit to the county
Okay,
and have Allison come up here and upload them into your system. Or you can send them to Engage and they'll upload them to your system, or send them to Beacon and upload them to the system,
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah.
It's really a simple process.
yeah.
Did I give you the right thing?
Yeah, but.
Yeah, we need to finish this.
We need to finish it.
I can't
because
move my finger in fact.
He's made a motion, but he hasn't seconded it yet.
You made a motion to approve the 2,000 hours,
20 hours.
20
20
hours.
hours for $2,000. I'll second that.
Oh, I got it.
Aye.
No, we didn't finish it. If I was the same way, I have my pen there.
Yeah, I can't move.
It's all right, I dated today.
That's the day you signed it. I would say it'd be all right. You don't want
Just everybody sign it and then
Yeah.
to. Yes, and we'll hold it. I'll
Yeah.
hold it till I get
we
assurance.
get word that.
Yes.
We can't.
No.
You want a copy of it, Mary?
Yeah, I mean, if you just want to scan, I'll send it to all of us.
Okay. I can do that. This is a good day, 2:22.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot. Thank you for fixing my heater. And I don't need it today,
You
but
can actually do it.
yeah, and it's working great, so thank you. The other thing is, tomorrow morning at 10:30, we are having hands-on training for our new election equipment. It'll just be downstairs on the ground floor where we usually do early voting. And so our vendor is coming, gonna walk us through all the steps, set the machines up and go over everything. So if anybody wants to come and partake of it, interested in being a poll worker, so that you can have some hands-on training, you're more than welcome to come. So it'll be tomorrow morning at 10:30. Do you have anything for me?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eric or Jenny, either one of you have anything? That's good. Okay. Rusty, see if I can find you.
Yeah. Yes. You're up, you're up.
I'm not. Yeah. So. It's raining, folks.
Yeah.
60 degrees.
Yeah,
It's good.
and Thursday morning or Friday morning, it's gonna be sub-zero and frozen. And,
Yes.
Chuck Lofton this morning made the best comment ever. These would be the worst roads since 1880 something when they started keeping weather reports. You've never had a winter like this. 2 inches of rain, sub-zero temperatures in 2 days, any moisture in those roads, you're gonna go boom. You're gonna have big holes, so.
State highways have way more.
That being said, we've had some major big holes. This morning, we have a bridge. It's across the ditch, it's private property. It's in the right of way, we have maintained it. The bridge dammed up with debris, the water went out around the bridge, took the head wall out, and the car dropped right in the hole. So towpath road is right now closed. The storm last week, if I can remember my storms, Duke Energy is doing all these fabulous remodels of their high lines, put in temporary crossings over our ditches and put very small pipes in. And with 2 inches of rain, that pipe created a hydrojet right out the road. And I haven't got the total figures, but that's about $3,500 cost to the county. Had to hire an outside contractor to help us because our truck was plowing snow and spreading sand. So we got that fixed. 2 places where the water drain, Payne Road is one of the best roads in the county as far as freeze thaw, the minimal, not over an inch of settling. So that's the way you want all your roads to be at some point in the history of the county. And lo and behold, about 2 million gallon of water come across and took 27-inch cuts in that road. And the reason I know that because it broke the skid plate on the front of my truck because it's full of snow and you didn't know the depth until bam. Those have been repaired. Another washout on County Road 500, 250, Portland Arch, Sand Hill has plugged their signage up. Dispatch called 3 times saying they wanted more signs. So we scrapped around until we found signs. We're out of signs. I don't think the county can afford the signs that you're going to need for this year. I mean, it's just crazy. Up on Bethel or Crowder Road, I think it is, and the 2 bridges Beulah and,
Green Bay and.
that was 3 foot deep coming down. That one, we were able to take all the stuff that was from the bottom, put back in it, compact it, and then the ground froze again, which will hold, but as long as it's gonna continue to do this, folks, you got major problems in this county. The first thing somebody needs to look at is drainage. The second thing is putting stone on these roads. This gravel, and you're gonna always have muddy messes if you don't get them stone. And the good example, if anybody wants to go look at Payne Road, that is not perfect, but it's as close to what you want your roads to be. That and the freeze thawing, you won't be tracking. You have minimal track. It's very easy to maintain. A maintainer can go up that road now, and that road will be 100% perfect. But stone is the secret, because that stone interlocks. And this gravel takes water and mud and sand and just makes mud. So as far as that goes, those are some of the things. Mountain Road is not built to withstand the tonnage that's coming up it. The reclaimed recycled portion was done at the wrong time of the year. I'll be the first to admit that. Yet it was very impressive what it did. We just needed better weather to complete the job before we opened that road up. And unfortunately, we didn't get it. On 400 West, I think it is 400 South, that bridge is about complete, about cured, so we'll be filling that in and open that road up. And I think those are the only 2 roads that are right now, as of now, are closed other than towpath. And we had to close it because that high water down through there is just continually going to create a problem. And all that new dirt that contractor put down there, if that gets off that, they're going straight to the river, because that stuff is so soft and so uncompacted. It was neat to make the road look wider, but it's not. So those are some of the things you're going to come up with, and
We had talked about it earlier. Is there any way we could shut off schoolhouse to down to Lutheran?
right.
The trash trucks, he's told them to go other ways. His trucks are going other ways. But the ones.
Not all his trucks are going according to the resident. Yeah, I understand.
That's just what I was told. So,
Yes,
can we block it off at Lutheran? Because there's a.
Lutheran
Pickup
Schoolhouse.
trucks are getting stuck there.
Right.
And then Hollow Road on Schoolhouse, shut it off there
Yes, sir.
until we either figure something out or get something done.
Yeah.
They can go around on the state highways down through Alamo.
Right.
Into the trash cans.
And actually, there's no traffic on that until farm season. That's
Right.
basically the
Right,
farm.
there's no houses on.
No houses, no fire, ambulance or anything. It would be a problem. Yeah, and I think I have enough of those big cement barricades to do it. Now they'll take tractors and move them, but I'm just saying,
Sure.
we can do that. We can get that definitely done. But
Are there folks along there, I mean, is there a way to close it to just to allow local traffic? Is there anybody that has to get in over there? And that's.
they drive around the field and get around.
I
There's
think,
no cattle, there's no houses,
Yeah,
then that's safe. If, I think Montgomery County may have talked to their highway department, their commissioners, and I think they would like to meet, since this straddles the line, they would like to meet about how to handle this long term.
right. No, well, I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to, the issue's gonna have to be addressed. Yeah, there's no doubt there. What is the answer? There's a lot of different ways. Is it gonna be costly? Absolutely. If you're gonna fix it right, it's gonna be very costly. Because it's probably gonna be ripped out, matted, compacted, stone. I mean, It's not a simple Band-Aid you can put on it and fix.
Well,
It's a
like-
major construction.
Planning and zoning in Montgomery County is the nail, but it's just anecdotal, but it's a really good example of what happens and without, when anybody can just go in and put anything in they want, it's created this situation.
Right.
The roads around weren't ready to handle. But
I mean, these roads can really handle the farm machinery, let alone those tonnage on the trash trucks and the compactors. And what a lot of people don't really realize, and if you check with Purdue, your school bus per square inch does more damage than any other vehicle on the road. And why? Because they drive the same path 4 times a day down the middle. And they are most damaging. But we're not gonna stop the roads, the school buses, so let's fix the roads. Let's get the proper drainage, get the proper material on, if it calls for more piping, that's fine. Also, I want to report, speaking of piping, Roger and I lost our case with the state, and we are going to be held responsible for Epperson. That pipe is approximately 90 foot by 5 foot. That's going to be an expensive fixture. And same thing on Division, right, with Jerry Goins' house, there's 2 there.
So those aren't the states either? Even though it's clearly in the right of way?
They don't have it right. Once they start paying you for the road, you accept the responsibility. So we will remove their right of way signs, do whatever you have to do. You got the same thing on the corporation or county line over Wayne off of 136. You're gonna have the same drainage problems there. You're gonna have it here at String now. And you're gonna be held responsible for the drainage, so.
Those pipes are about 55 years old.
And they're gone, they're rotten. They're
Well,
black.
It's right from 74.
We're gonna get a small camera to put through those pipes and see what their shapes are, and because they're expensive to replace. If they still have structural integrity, then we will fix the road. I think there's multiple things we need to look at. First, we need to look at the drainage, because if you don't fix the drainage, no matter what you put on that road, it's gonna wash out. So we need to look at the ditches, the culverts that are draining. What I'd like to do is, if it's okay with you guys, get the problem areas. We're not gonna hit all the county. We're gonna hit 5, 6 problem areas. And then take a look at the drainage, fix that drainage. If we need to put culverts in, we'll put culverts in. And then you can put a decent road on top of it that will stain and stick. Otherwise, anytime you have 2 inches of rain in 3 hours, that road's gonna wash out. You keep patching it, we'll just keep spending money on patching it rather than fixing the problem. On the road where the dump trucks are going to, that is a reconstruction, basically. You have to get down to the clay, compact it to 95% rock, put a textile on it, come in with number 2 stones, come in with 53s on top of it. That gravel is a problem everywhere. I'm dealing with it in other counties. It's cheap, it's available, and you put it in, and it's just like marbles. And once it gets wet, it just moves around. I mean, the whole road is just literally moving around. Once you set stone in, stone is angular, it will lock in place.
Right.
And just so we have fixes. There's engineering ways to fix it. We just need to identify what are our problem areas and focus on those rather than just go all over the place.
Right.
Right.
And if you guys are okay with that, I'll be happy to
Bring it
help us through it.
100%.
And there again, in the long run, and I know it's expensive, and in the long run, if you use stone on all your gravel, even if there's no housing, that road's gonna hold, you're gonna be a lot better off. And, pay dividends, not this year, not next year, not the year, about 10 years down the road, you'll see a big difference in your savings. It isn't gonna happen overnight. We found that. But that's one program you really need to probably look at. And with all the community crossings and everything else we got going, bridges and all that stuff, you're gonna have your hands full. So That's all I got, unless you guys got something else.
Hang on, before you, hang on, I got one thing. I need a pad. That's my only thing for the, what do you want to call it, the office. I know how much you guys really want to work on that. I need a pad, I'm getting part.
What day you
Well,
want
that's
that?
all I'm trying to get a little winter like this, I don't know whether we're gonna experience lately, by the time it gets stalled out, rain, damn thing we can do with it, because we get hammered again.
It'll feel better once we get all this down there. It's not much. They'll come dumping on top and be fine.
I could get some ready mix, I guess, before
Whatever it takes.
they put that winter, the ice in.
When is it coming?
Okay.
When? Yeah, about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They're waiting, they're holding it, Travis.
They're holding it, but we're getting marked that. They're not gonna hold it much longer. It's gonna show up. It's gonna be dumped where you don't want it.
But you don't have the exact day when they're going.
I'm trying to hold them off until I hear from you guys.
We push snow off of it.
Does it have to be a concrete pad?
No, not at all.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
4-inch stone pad or whatever, it's
yeah.
not gonna be there forever.
The road guy, carpet samples, we'll get out there, we'll just put the carpet on it and settle in it.
Okay. We've got a.
Anything else?
Yeah, we'll stay there for a little bit. We've got an announcement to make. We have hired a new county highway supervisor after last night. First of all, I want to thank Rusty for helping me out, helping the county out, coming back out of his retirement. We truly, truly appreciate it. We have hired Jason Lewis to be the new county highway supervisor. It took quite a bit of work, the state counter offered. Anyhow, but as of last night, he's accepted the position. He will start March 21st. So, again, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, entertaining at times. I'm tired.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll make a motion to officially hire Jason Lewis as highway superintendent.
I'll second.
Rusty, though, thank you. That seat right there, you said it can be a thankless, ruthless
Yes, that's what I was
job.
gonna say.
I don't care who sits there, it's gonna be the same headache until we start turning things around, and it's not gonna happen overnight.
Right, you're not gonna change it overnight.
It's not. Thank you is an understatement from us, so,
And please
thank
don't
you,
throw the phone at
but,
us.
right. Yeah,
No
your willingness to help our county is
No
well
problem.
done. Thank you.
You've done a lot in 19 months.
Thank you guys.
Greg, do you have anything for landfill?
Hey, we're good.
We're good, right?
No, you don't got something to say.
I got something to say. I got
Good. We're starting to fill in the northeast pond. I'm gonna, hopefully the weather holds, I'm gonna get out tomorrow, start doing some design work on it. Once we finish that, we have to submit the item to completion, on the Rule 5 that we submitted. So hopefully we can close that out. That was very happy. Then there's the threading of the road. We're gonna have to, dig out the existing road, use as much of the gravel as possible. We are gonna expose trash, we know that, because when we did the north cap, we ran over the trash. It's 3 inches below the surface. So we're gonna recap the trash in that road and move the road and straighten it. I talked to Daryl because he did the previous project. He said that he has a borrow area, he can bring in some soil. And he has some excess soil on one of his projects he can bring in if he is selected to do the work. So we will re-dig in that borrow area again. But we're gonna keep the footprint under an acre, so we don't have to submit a new Rule 5.
Is that in the north one?
So hopefully here in the next couple of months with the spring coming up, we should be done with that work. And see how the lentil stuff responds in the next couple of years, with the new cap. It's showing some good signs somewhere, we talked about that, and not so good signs somewhere else, but that's normal for lentils. That's not the end, then, Greg, you're gonna roll it this spring, right?
Yes.
Both caps.
Yeah, as long as, they're getting the roll over there, like they did last time, there won't be a problem. And he said there wouldn't be a problem, so.
That's a critical part of the maintenance, but Greg's on that.
Yeah, I'll roll it and then we'll find out where the major low spots are and after our break, they're in, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The sheriff back there.
Yeah, any other? Right.
I've got 69 in jail, 45 of which were being paid for. I'm taking 4 more in today from Sullivan County. We had some electrical issues last week. We're gonna blame it all on Glasgow because some of our breakers were tripping, couldn't figure out why. And kind of find out they hadn't been working. So I put a phone call into Glasgow, still waiting.
Inspection.
Yeah, so they're either gonna fix it or we're probably gonna have to take other measures because it was not done right the first time. So. And that's where we're at. And how we found it was we were doing, or we had the fire inspection, we had them come in, they were looking, checking their hang, and they said, these breakers should be on. So they turned them on and they kicked it right back off. So, in which also operates, so we have basically it's a system out in the sally port for carbon monoxide. So if you bring a vehicle in, it's supposed to kick on. I kept looking, I thought, man, this thing should be running. Went back, looked at all the panels, couldn't find it. Well, it was up in the kitchen, in the breaker. It's one of the ones that keep kicking off, kicks off. So anyway, that's what I'm working with.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just go asking through the conduit, so clean it out. But anyway, do you guys want this paper? You need it for anything?
69.
Okay, yeah.
The water system. Did you ever find anybody to call around to the sheriffs and see who does their systems or something?
So like Montgomery County, they don't, it's not the same type of system as, I mean, you would think it would have been as, because they're the size of their jail, and it's way totally different than what we got. So, I know the main county's not that way, Park's not that way, and I know Warren's not that way,
Right.
so.
You have any idea?
I wouldn't realize.
Come over to the jail sometime this week, and I'll show you our water system and what we're looking at, because if it goes out, we're in trouble.
It was supposed to be serviced monthly. Never got service.
Okay.
So you might understand what it looks like and what we're facing, so, but I don't want it to go down because we're gonna be in a whole lot of trouble with this.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
you guys got anything for me or? Okay.
Thank you.
Susan back there. Brad.
No. Okay. You want Brad?
I need Brad.
Yes.
I know. Okay, so Brad, I do have some paper before me where you're talking about maybe increasing the usage.
The internet speed here at the courthouse, we've had the same speed for about 3 years. We've done quite a few software upgrades to backups, things like that. Obviously, all that stuff uses more bandwidth, especially during the day. So they cut us a pretty good deal, 300 meg for, we're paying $990, 300 meg. We're paying $990 for 100 meg. To upgrade to 300 meg, it's $1165. So that's a pretty good deal. They did give us a 200 meg option for 1,100, but for $65, I think we should go ahead and go with the 300 for the courthouse. And that is also for the jail as well, because they're on the same fiber line.
And I do want to say on that, I'm gonna stop you there for a second, the court has been reimbursing us a portion of this since the court is needing this, you know, the judge
Yeah.
has.
And you may hit her up for some of it. I did talk to her about it as well. I don't, she said she was gonna be here, but she just had some come
So
up, so.
Colleen, could you follow up on that? There is, if we need to talk to her. then we'll-
But I think we definitely need to upgrade.
Motion on that.
Probably if we want to increase it, yes.
I'll make a motion to move up to 300 megabytes, is that right?
That's correct.
For 1165 a month.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
I,
3-0. Next item.
no.
And then
Eventually go to Maple Corner.
Maple Corner has, they've offered a dedicated internet line for just that building for $800 a month. No build out costs, no installation fee or anything like that. So they're gonna cover that for us. It may be a little more than $800 a month because when we put, obviously 911's going in there and they have to have, I believe, 20 static IPs and they charge, I believe, $20 or $25 a month for that. So it may be a little more, but if we want to go with the fiber there too, I just need to know so I can get
You
it,
need to know so you can get it going, because I don't know how long, I think it's a while to get this going, so,
get it ordered
I
and get
asked
it in.
them to bring it up at today's meeting.
I'm good with it.
Okay, so.
I'll make a motion to accept and, continue on with the fiber at Maple Corner. We're gonna need it.
Yes, okay.
I'll say.
All those in favor, aye. Thank you, Brad. So
Okay.
you want to proceed and do whatever you need,
I'll
just let
get
us
it
know if you need something from us.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Okay. Anything else? Oh, I think he did have
I
something.
got a couple of
Okay, go ahead.
things. Okay. Ken, could you please explain, when we're talking here on, back in August last year, William Manning asked us to close the road down. And nothing's ever since. So, he's getting ready to build his house back there and he wanted an address. Well, the only thing Linda needs to know is if we are gonna shut that road from his property line on back down. And we'd asked Kent to do the proper paperwork, which he had done, but I thought we, as the county, were the ones responsible for closing and vacating the road. But,
No, it's, and last summer I just explained it poorly. There's two legal issues here. First of all, closing a road is in the commissioner's discretion with signage and barricades, temporary closures. Closing a road is just a discretionary function of the commissioners. Vacating the road is disposing of property. There's a statute that allows property owners to petition to have property vacated. And it's 36-7-3-12. And I've prepared the paperwork for folks that come in now. There's the petition, but the burden is on the citizen to provide the legal description and the information. We've had that a couple of times. I helped one of the first ones that we did here in the county in Stone Bluff. But so those are just separate considerations. The county commissioners, if you can't, because that's disposing of real property, then that's a different statute. And there's, the complicated processes for all of that. So I'm sorry I didn't explain that very well last summer. And I didn't explain well enough. The landowner never came forward, and I may have misunderstood what we were talking about. At that point, if there were people driving back, people that thought that was right away or knew about the right of way and were driving back there.
no,
It's just, the auditor's office has the petition in the form. There's a, some counties charge a lot more, but I just made those forms, just the cost of, you have to have a public hearing, so the petitioner is responsible for the cost of the public hearing. And we have to give notice. So that's just the mechanics of it. There are two separate issues. If you want to to just, could consider following the statute to, where that landowner and anybody on back to go through the process, I have no, we would have to get appraisals and they would have, you could offer it to them since they are basically the only, they own both sides going back. You could offer it to them, but you have to.
Well, there's probably 3 or 4 landowners in that mile. 2 miles, mile and a half at least. At least a mile.
Yeah. There's, so, if that owner wants to go through that process and vacate it, then it's just, it's.
I don't think he cares. He doesn't care when we're not. He just wants to make sure the road's open back to his place so he can get a mortgage, so he can get a loan.
Right.
And right now, it's not even, it's a path.
Well, whether there's right of way there and whether it's passable or whatever, if the county, again, if it's the county right of way and it's a dedicated county road, then you can allocate funds to improve it or take care of it or not. I mean, it's their file a lot of times to file mandates, so it's just a matter of building funds and allocating your resources. If they want to make it a they themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, if we do vacate it, then they would have. It would be a lot more expensive for them.
The best thing would be just to black market close at his property line and close on the other end.
This is really an issue where I know we're trying to be helpful to the citizens, but these owners need to get their own lawyers to help them figure it out. But I mean, that's really what it boils down to. If they can't close because there's a title issue and ingress and egress, then that's a private matter.
Okay.
He got the paperwork. I gave it to him.
Yeah, like I said, he cares. He just wants them. The 911 address.
Yeah, and I Linda would have to explain why, if there's right of way there, I don't know why it.
No, she can get it. That's no problem.
But I mean, if visibility, if you're closed with the title company doing search saying, we're not gonna give title insurance to a landlocked parcel. But if there's right of way that goes all the way back, I don't know why somebody's saying it's landlocked. So if it's disputed that it's a county road, then.
No, that's the case.
It's just the way I understand it's a county road, but we never really like maintain
And
it.
they're all over the state, all over the state of Indiana, there are roads from 1840s that are still on the books.
Once you get back to the property, get it solid feet. There is no lands, there's nothing. They farm, they're farm.
That's very common. And the worst thing is when somebody goes in to build something and then finds out that the old right of way goes right through their living room.
Right. Okay.
Second item.
County farm process, I've had people calling on the county farm, 16 acres. So I told them it would be a notification, we were selling it. And then everybody can put a bid in on it. And is it sealed bids, or do we have people come in? And, if this guy's willing to give 1,000 more an acre, okay, what do you give,
Yeah, it is, you come in and you open the bids, then the commissioners, it's almost like an auction at a certain point.
So if you're bidding on it, I'm bidding on it, it's again, you won't go any higher than your original bid. Yeah. Okay. Back to second auction. Okay. That's what I explained to them, because there's quite a bit of interest in this.
Yes. So that being said, I don't think we made a motion. We asked the council and they were in favor of us selling off that portion, going through the process. So we need to start we need a motion to go through that process, so we'll need your assistance.
Yeah, just, so this is just for the 16, what do they?
Yes, just for, yeah, well, 17 if you need right of way.
Right.
Two of the bidders are gonna need right of way.
Well, you just,
Because they own they own around. The Thorntons won't need a right of way, nor will,
I think you define what you're selling.
okay.
So if it's 17, if it's 17 acres, we do the offering process on the 17 acres. If you're just selling the 16.
Somebody buys it that needs access, they need the 17 acres. If the other two buy it, they don't need it.
I would sell the whole 17. just to save it.
Yeah, I would
So we're gonna be-
Okay.
Okay, so I need a motion for us to start that process and then
Yeah,
you
it's
do
just-
something for us to get to the
It's a
newspaper.
notice to, proposal for notice for bids.
I'll make a motion to sell the isolated 17-ish acres of the county farm.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0.
Did the council just discuss that in their meeting approval, or did they have a resolution, or
They just discussed that there's no resolution.
I'll prepare a resolution, so. I can look at
Did they make a motion?
I think so.
I thought they did.
I think they made motions. Because we
Yes, I
asked
did,
them to,
yes, they did.
Now,
we want it on record, okay.
to dig the hole deeper,
Tim?
we can get this out because I've been told this. I've been told that the family who originally gave the family farm to the county said if it was ever sold, it reverted back to the family.
Okay, well, that's different.
Oh, you gotta watch out for those neighbors.
We have a-
Now, I've heard, I don't know the truth to it or not.
All right, well, I need to review the deed, if it's a restricted, if there's a covenant. then-
Well, see, I sold off about the same amount of acres several years ago, but it was to the actual, a person that were friends with the family owners. Middleton were the ones who owned it.
There's reversing, we just have to see what it says. So, subject to that.
Yeah, my motion's contingent on.
Well, and then do we have a accurate legal description of this? Do we need a description of the 17 acres?
Yeah, we
I
do.
think
It's
in the-
it's in the appraisal, they isolated.
You have copies.
I-
Yeah,
Okay,
forward on that.
all right.
Okay.
The other-
Yeah, oh,
okay,
yes.
Andrew has something.
Yeah, the deed for the jail to the city of Covington. Yes.
Yes.
The city of Covington has expressed their interest, the council has been brought up to speed on that also. At least that lady knows, I'm not sure it's appropriate. And nonetheless, the city of Covington would like to take ownership, of the old jail
And
with all responsibilities.
Yeah.
It's just, I recommend a motion to authorize county legal to proceed with the disposition of the county jail to a governmental entity in the city of Covington.
I'll make that motion.
And I will second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0.
Very good. Yeah, exactly, exactly, I can't believe it.
Well, the council did give us the authority to do whatever, whether we did that, whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because we had to make a corner, so. That was kind of,
Okay,
so,
And it's saving the county.
absolutely.
I don't have anything else. The only thing is, I have a flyer here on the information of the auction.
Oh, yeah, public auction for the Maple Corner, will be Saturday, March 12th. So anybody and everybody, if you can ever imagine owning a piece of history, please come out to that auction. There will be a walkthrough on Thursday evening, March 10, between 4:30 and 6. If anybody has interest in coming viewing anything that's gonna be for sale, there'll be a walkthrough then.
I've been asked what the amounts on the hold on the
The Wurlitzer and the,
Hummel.
Unofficially, at the moment, the reserves have been discussed on both of those at 10,000 apiece. That's not totally set in stone, but that was a number kind of
Okay.
advice to us to go.
I think they were just looking for ballpark. I had no idea, so.
The council and I, Dudley and I kind of discussed if, you know, if those pieces don't bring a substantial value to the county, then it was worth history to keep it within the county. Whether the piece of be displayed over there or in the courthouse or wherever that may be. We were kind of on the same page to put a reserve, and if they didn't need it, then we'll just keep it as a part of history.
and that being said, Jean Cunningham reached out to me and I met her at Maple Corner. She just wanted to make sure that some of the items, you know, that meant something to her wasn't going through the sale. And I had her look over the items that we had pulled to kind of dedicate a wall to Maple Corner, you know, because of the years that, you know, they owned it, 31 years. Or 12. Anyway, so there were some old photos and everything that I gave her that were found upstairs in the desk and everything. So it was an interesting meeting with her. You know, I learned a few things about, you know, some of the posters, the wine posters came from France and, you know, some other interesting things. So she was very pleased with the county that we are going to renovate and make use of it. And she had no negative thoughts whatsoever. You know, she wished that Commercial News had reached out to her so she could express those, but she had a good visit.
Do you have any idea what this grant to help taxpayers is all about from the treasurer's office? In case you've been in her office now.
She's supposed to be, oh, she's downstairs with the tax sale. It's a,
I could speculate.
yes, it's a state grant. B. Longus and Neff is overseeing it. From, I don't know, I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. From what I got from Susan, it's a grant that is to help taxpayers that went through COVID. Basically, to me, it's to help the mortgage company. It's another bank bailout, let's just say it.
Wow. Is there a timeline, do we know, are we gonna be
I-
pressed if we don't?
She did mention to me about if we don't get on board now, we won't be able to get on later.
I know you don't know, I'm just asking, like, is there a matching portion or just a grant, or, I mean, if the county
She
isn't
didn't
obligated to any financials, I would go ahead.
I don't think there's any matching portion to it. It sounds like it's just,
I'm like you, Colleen, because I've heard of some of these things in the past. And, you know, whether you're a landlord, whatever, it's revenue for them, you know, to get and everything, but
do you want Bonnie to go get them?
If she's available, you might,
otherwise we're.
otherwise
I'm
you
not
know.
gonna act on it.
I texted her and she didn't respond.
Yeah.
She. I know.
We're getting paid for it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I guess while we're waiting, Colleen and I was talking about updating the travel policy, and so Kim, she can get this.
Okay, yeah, we've, was that an audit? No.
We're getting, a federal audit right now, and that has been brought up, and ours is
Yeah.
here, there, and yonder.
We've done that for Boone County, Montgomery County, and the other audit issue was,
You come in. Okay.
Right here, I have that
clothing
down
allowance.
myself.
I don't know if that's come up.
Not yet. Could you,
We have a policy for clothing allowance too. Because I think everybody in the state got applied for clothing allowance.
okay. Is that something you were for?
She needs to go.
So late on Friday, I got another email on this grant money for taxpayers. It's not actually grant money that we're going to receive. Basically, mortgage companies are going to receive it when taxpayers contact them needing help paying their taxes because of COVID. That's all it is. So we have basically nothing to do with it. It's, it's just another way of us collecting taxes and another way of mortgage companies staying out of hole. It's basically what it is.
Yeah, I'm not, I mean, something that's set right with me on it, but that's just me.
I went through the website, they have to file, they have to sign up for it, they have to give reasons for it. As far as I got on it, I didn't see where they had to show proof that they're unable to pay their taxes. But it's basically money that's gonna come from the mortgage companies to us
But the
to pay the
grant,
taxes.
like, the question was, is there a match or we just?
There's no grant. I mean, it's not like, we're not gonna receive a big lump sum of money to draw from. It's going to the mortgage companies. This $167,000 or $1 million is going to go to mortgage companies, not us.
You didn't do it yourself, you know.
It's not gonna be us. But if Fountain County residents went to the site to sign up for it and we weren't there, they would be mad then that they couldn't get their taxes paid. So most of the counties went ahead and did it. It's just another way of us getting our money for the taxes. But it's basically keeping mortgage companies out of. I don't have that.
Is there a deadline? Is there a deadline to commit to it or?
Well, I committed to it on Friday because this week, as early as this week, people can go to the website and sign up for help to pay their taxes and their mortgage payments. So, but it's not our website, it has nothing really to do with us, it's just another way of our taxpayers getting taxes paid for nothing, so to speak. So, that's all it is.
No, I don't.
You don't really need our, you don't need.
No, not
anything?
now, not
Okay.
after getting, because there was a lot of questions. I was firing a lot of questions and she started getting irritated with me, so I started calling other treasurers and asking them about it, and they started firing questions at them too, and they finally came back Friday that it's not a grant that we're actually going to receive in our account. It's just money being transferred by the state for mortgage companies to pay taxes
Okay.
to the
And I know a
county.
lot of private businesses do that on their own, but you as an individual have to go out there,
Okay.
like, to get reimbursed, you know, for if you have X amount of employees, whatever, but, you know, the county's out of it, and people do whatever they want. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, with the grant, so. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, I just wanted to know.
Okay, very well. If that's all that we have, I will make a motion to.
Joe, do you have anything? or-
What's on the list?
The only thing I would have is, due to the, travel advisory. And I just want to give you a little bit of it. The river crested on Sunday at 23.5, but it's going back up. And it's going to crest again on, Thursday at 23 feet. Sand Hill Road and Old Dam flood between 19.5 and 20 feet. So until Sunday, it's not going to get down to about that rain comes this coming Sunday. I would suggest to leave the travel advisory upwards at basically hearing what the highway department had to say about some of the. So That's what I have on that. You don't have any problem with that?
No.
And again, I think what we'll do too, we'll put out a reminder to people that we are under a private, just a caution. You know, the seawater turn around, don't rain.
Right.
They're gonna be
Simple as
contact
that.
Friday anyways,
So,
this weather coming in. Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
I'll send you pictures of the sun.
Thank you.
okay, that's
Thanks,
it.
Bill. Now I'll make a motion to close the meeting.
Good thought, listening.
I'll second.
Jim, wait a second. Close the meeting.